village, Perrin considers surrendering to the White Cloaks. Elaine finally reunites with her family, but her mother's presence is not just a courtesy visit. Morghese intends to take her back to Caemlyn. Galad and Gawain will remain in Tarvalon to begin their water training, but Elaine is expected to return to Andor. However, Elaine has other plans. She insists on staying in the White Tower to complete her training, aspiring to be the first full Aes Sedai to sit on the Lion Throne. Siwan tasks Elaine and Nynaeve with uncovering any remaining Black Aja spies within the tower. Their status as novices makes them unlikely suspects, giving them an advantage in their mission. However, the news of Elaine's impending departure strains their friendship, with Nynaeve frustrated that Elaine is prioritizing her royal duty over their shared fight. Egwene is plagued by haunting dreams of her captivity in Falme. In her nightmare, Rena chokes her, spitting blood into her mouth. Out of fear, she vanishes and finds herself in a desert, where a woman tells her she doesn't belong. She wakes up immediately, unaware that it's actually Lanfear using Rena's face to torment her in her sleep. Rand and Lanfear also share an uneasy dream conversation. Lanfear warns him against abandoning his journey to Tyr, claiming it's difficult to protect him when she doesn't know where he is. She scornfully suggests that Egwene will eventually fear him, seeing him for what he truly is. Min reports to Siwan about her visions. A catastrophic battle looms over the White Tower, one that will claim the lives of many Aes Sedai, but Min cannot determine when it will happen. Mat's mind remains clouded, despite the Yellow Aja's attempts to heal him. Rima, a skilled healer, explains that his condition is akin to bringing someone back from the dead. It's nearly impossible to untangle. Min tells Mat that Siwan wants to see him, and to bring the Horn of Valere. Mat, meeting Siwan, brags about being the Hornblower. Siwan humors him before revealing a shocking truth. The Horn of Valere only works for its current owner. If Mat dies, the person that kills him inherits the power. Mat suddenly realizes he has made himself a target by bragging about his feat, and even having a portrait made of himself with the horn. It was a very bad idea. Siwan takes the horn for safekeeping and tells Mat about her heroic uncle. She wonders, will Mat be a hero when needed? Mat doesn't see himself as one. Morghese reluctantly accepts her daughter's decision, but ensures that her influence remains. She leaves Elaita behind in Tarvalon. Siwan notes that Andor has had a Aes Sedai advisor for 1,000 years. Morghese counters that the tower needs strength, and who is stronger than the woman who almost bested Siwan for the Amyrlin seat. Rand, Egwene, Moiraine, Lan and Aviendha continue their trek to the Aiel Waste. Lan trains Rand with a sword, while Egwene and Moiraine watch. Moiraine notices bruises on Egwene's neck and asks if Rand is responsible. Egwene dismisses her concern, insisting she's only there to protect Rand. Moiraine reminds her they're on the same side. Aviendha arrives with dinner and questions why the Caracal is wasting time with swords. That's not the Aiel way. She explains that their own version of the prophecy states the Caracal will both save and destroy the Aiel people. Moiraine urges Rand to channel, reminding him of his destiny. Rand describes channeling as both sweet and poisonous in a powerful monologue. Black and fiery gold weaves encircle his forearm. Finally, the group reaches the Aiel Waste, but they are not alone. Aviendha is immediately suspicious. Someone has alerted the Aiel to their arrival. Soon, they are surrounded by a hostile Aiel clan, led by Bear and Ruark, the clan chief of the Tardad Aiel. To Egwene's surprise, she recognizes Bear from her dreams. Lanfear meets with Gabriel, aka Ravin, and Samael, confirming that Gabriel is indeed a Forsaken. He infiltrated Queen Morghese's court, implanting false memories of being her prince consort for a decade. Lanfear gets to the point. Moghedian is becoming a serious threat, starting with her creation of Grey Men. She proposes that the Forsaken unite to eliminate her, arguing that Moghedian is a coward and should be an easy target. Samael is skeptical, questioning why Lanfear hasn't been made Nameless, the Dark One's highest-ranking servant, if she truly has the Dark One's favor now that Ishamael is dead. Ravine decides to take the matter to the other Forsaken, who are already offended that Lanfear didn't invite them to this meeting. He and Samael also mock Lanfear for her ongoing obsession with Rand, just as she was with Lews Therin before him. After Lanfear and Samael leave, Moghedian emerges from the shadows. Having heard Lanfear call her a coward, she tells Ravine they should work together instead. Varen tasks Nynaeve and Elaine with interrogating Joya and Emiko, the two Black Aja members who tried to kill Siwan. Since Aes Sedai cannot lie, but accepted can, Elaine and Nynaeve bluff, threatening to kill Joya if she doesn't cooperate. They demand the names of other Black Aja members in the White Tower. Emiko explains that Black Aja operate in groups called Hearts, each consisting of 3 sisters, and a member only knows one other Black sister outside their heart. Her contact was Liandrin. Emiko reveals that Liandrin is headed to Tear to retrieve Kalendor for a Forsaken. However, Joya tells a different story. Liandrin is actually in Saldia, searching for Mosram Taim, the false dragon. Nynaeve doesn't believe either of them. Determined to find the truth, Nynaeve shows Elaine where Liandrin kept her sick son, but the room is now empty. Beneath the bed they find a strange symbol painted on the floor. After researching, they realize it's actually two symbols, one marking a place of death, the other a birthplace. It originates from Tanchico, where Liandrin is from. Elaine also notes that neither Joya nor Amiko mention the powerful item stolen by Naomi, which Varen had been cataloging. Nynaeve then discovers sketches of the Shanchan's collars and cuffs, used to control channelers, though these appear to be much older. Elaine points out the historical connection between Falme and Tanchico, the latter being where the Shanchan originally landed centuries ago. Nynaeve suspects Liandrin is in Tanchico, searching for a missing collar. Since Naomi only took one cuff, suddenly an arrow is fired at them. Nynaeve knocks Elaine down to protect her, while Elaine channels a weave at the attacker, who flees. Moments later, they find the stranger dead in the corridor. He was a grey man, and someone stabbed him. As they wonder who did it, Varen stumbles onto the scene. When Nynaeve questions why she's there, Varen simply says this is the Brown Aja quarters. After excusing themselves, Nynaeve urges Elaine to leave for Tanchico that night, believing it's safer than staying at the tower. She also grows suspicious of Varen, who didn't comment on the grey man's stabbing. Elaida sits at her vanity, her hand visibly shaking. Frustrated, she knocks items off her desk before calling for her maid. Min, who is spying for Siwan, offers to help dress her. Later, Elaida requests a private audience with the Amirlan seat, but Leanne and Varen refuse, stating only sitters can make such a request. To work around this, Elaida visits Tsutama, the highest of the Red Aja, bringing gifts for her and Galina. Tsutama sees through her act and rejects the offering. Elaida argues that the Red Aja should rise in power again. She proposes sending a group of 8 sisters to capture Rand, but Tsutama refuses, saying their priority is regaining the trust of their fellow Aes Sedai. Elaida is furious, accusing her of failing to fight for the hall seats the Red Aja once held with their blood. Rand, Egwene, Moiraine, Lon, and Avienda fall in with the Taudat Il. Egwene recognizes Bear from her dreams, but Bear corrects her. It was Egwene who appeared in her dream. Their journey is interrupted by a gruesome discovery: a slaughtered Tuatha caravan. Ruark suspects the Shaido are responsible. If so, they must reach Ruadien quickly for Rand's test. In the Two Rivers, Perrin buries his broken wedding ring in Layla's grave. Alana watches, and they share their mourning customs. Alana wears Ivan's ashes on her face, while in the Two Rivers, loved ones are buried with a mini-tree that grows from their grave. Perrin and Alana return with news of an unknown group approaching. Alana urges everyone to head upstairs for safety. When the group enters the inn, they tell Marin that White Cloaks have arrested Matt's mother Noddy and his sisters, Bode and Eldrin, because Noddy's husband helped Perrin's family escape. Lord Luke, the group's leader, and Fael, his second-in-command, tweet Perrin, revealing they're hunting for the Horn of Valair. If only they knew. Volda asks Dane for permission to interrogate the Cothons, but Dane refuses, saying there are better ways to lure Perrin in. He believes news of the arrest will reach Perrin and force him to surrender. Nearby, Noddy and her daughters sit imprisoned in a cage. Dane reveals that reinforcements have been sent to deal with the rising Trolloc threat, but if Perrin doesn't come soon, he won't be able to stop Volda from doing as he pleases with them. Miranda visits Matt in his quarters, but he is still furious with her for betraying him to Ishmael. She confesses that she was promised freedom from her visions, yet when the time came, she chose Matt instead. Later, Matt apologizes, but their conversation takes a dark turn when Min suddenly has a vision. Matt swinging from a noose before a red doorway. Matt, seeing her fear, tries to snap her out of it as he doesn't want to know. Galad intervenes, assuming Matt is threatening Min, prompting her to flee. Liandrin, Naomi, and the other Black Aja members crash a wedding between the great-grandson of Liandrin's husband and a child bride. His ancestor married her at 13, and history is repeating itself. Liandrin kills the groom, and the Black Aja slaughters everyone, leaving only the bride. Liandrin orders Naomi to erase the girl's memories, revealing her own past trauma as a child bride. Elaida confronts Min, revealing that she too is a seer, though her foretellings are rare. Years ago she had a vision that Andor would play a crucial role in the last battle. Instead of waiting for fate to play out, she took action, ensuring Morghese won the Lion Throne. She also tells Min she knows she was sent to spy on her but wants to tell her something Min shouldn't report back to Siwan. The Red Aja will soon call a vote in the Hall of the Sitters. Siwan will lose, and the tower will return to its true purpose, caging the Dragon Reborn. What Min doesn't realize is that Elaida is playing her. By telling Min this, she ensures Min will inform Siwan, setting off a chain of events that plays into Elaida's hands. Bear tells Egwene that it's been ages since the tower produced a Dreamwalker, confirming that Egwene is one. She and Melaine are the only Dreamwalkers among the Wise Ones. Bear notices Egwene's bruises, and Egwene explains Moiraine's warning. Injuries in Tel'aran'rhiod can manifest in reality. Bear asks about her attacker. Egwene says she's dead, but Bear warns her. If she can still hurt you, she's alive. Bear promises to train Egwene in dream defense when they reach Ruad'Din. Rand demands that Lanfear stop bringing him to their old haunt in Carrion. She looks unusually sad, and he asks what's wrong. Lanfear admits he was right to avoid terror. Then she drops a theory. There's a way for her to escape her dark oaths if the Dark One is killed. There's a sangreal as powerful as Kalendor, the Sakanin, which is wielded by women. If combined with Kalendor, it could kill the Dark One. However, after Rand rejects her again, she instantly regrets revealing this and disappears. Lan and Moiraine join Bear and Melaine for a steam bath. The Wise Ones explain that Ruad'Din is where men become clan chiefs, and women become Wise Ones. If Rand is the Karakan, he will have to go there. Moiraine asks what happens if he succeeds, but they remain silent. Lan notices a woman, Melindra, watching them. Thinking she's interested in Moiraine, he encourages Moiraine to enjoy herself, but Melindra actually wants to speak with him. He sees a golden crane tattoo on her back, a symbol of Malkyr, which Ael don't bear. She reveals she was a child when the Blight took Malkyr, but she survived, and was raised by a Wise One. She insists that as long as they live, Malkyr lives, and is willing to follow Lan. That night, Moiraine defends Perrin to the villagers, reminding them that the Two Rivers always protects its own. And if Perrin surrenders and the White Cloaks leave, who will protect them from the Trollocs? Upstairs, Alana finds Maxime, who asks her to turn off their bond. He's furious that she seems unaffected by Yvonne's murder. Alana says she's trying to shield herself, but Maxime is drowning in grief. Downstairs, Feyre and Perrin talk. She says she came searching for the horn, making Perrin chuckle, though he doesn't reveal the truth. They flirt, but soon, Loyal watches as Perrin reveals his real mission, rescuing Naughty and the girls. He promised Matt he'd protect them. Leanne visits the Red Aja, informing Tutama that Siwan wants 7 sisters to track down Mazrim Taim, the